Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy BVO Boxing, and today's episode is sponsored by Raycon. Make sure you go to rayconglobal.com. That's rayconglobal.com. We have our spring sale, 25% off all Raycon products. Also, on our earbuds, we offering 45 hours of playtime. Yes, that's 45 hours of playtime. So one of the things you want to do with Raycon, you get one of the best values in the market. Great thing too as well, is good for hiking, biking, studying, studio, whatever you're doing in your active lifestyle. You can do whatever you want. You got whatever you need in your ears to keep you going. Make sure you go to rayconglobal.com. That's rayconglobal.com. Also, want to send a big shout out to High Intentions. If you are in the Akron-Kent area, make sure you stop by High Intentions on West Market Street, right by House 330, across the street from the LeBron Family Foundation headquarters. Make sure you go in there for your flower, cannabis, and hashish needs. Great thing as well, we also offering liquid hash. So if you want your hash oils, make sure you come by High Intentions. Stop by High Intentions. That's on West Market Street. That's if you're in the Akron-Kent area, make sure you stop by. And it's your boy BVO Boxing, and today we got a great show. I got the Puerto Rican Prince. I got my man Crush the Legend, aka head of the Tank Davis Club, and I got my man Rico, aka Prize Fighter. What's going on, brothers? How y'all feeling?
Brothers. Good to
What's
hear
good?
y'all.
What's good?
Uh, uh, Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Prize fighter, D
Yes.
Free, and I digress with my partner over there and saying I'm not a head and no doggone fighter. Yeah, I ain't here to no fan club. All right, but I got to get my lashes. It's all love. What's happening, y'all? That's
Salute
what
to
we
my
do.
big brother, the Sergeant at Arms of the Sports Talk Network, the mighty Sports Talk Network. Make sure you follow us all. Dub Right Side, Puerto Rican Tommy, Puerto Rican Free. We doing some big things, my man CDK. We doing some big things with the Sports Talk Network. And don't forget about my man Crush in the Morning. Starts off every morning. Crush the Legend starts us off every morning. But we got a big show today, and we got to talk about this. So I'm gonna start it off. We're gonna come in hot, but we got a good show today. So what do you guys think about Kenny Ellis running to another platform, a non-black platform, to give news about his current situation? What do you guys think about that?
If
You
I
said
could go first and be real brief,
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
be honest with you, I didn't even dig into it. I got
Yeah.
the notification, but I really didn't get time to really dig into it myself. But
Hmm?
from the situations behind it, nothing surprised me. I'm gonna say that, BBO. Nothing surprised me, and I'm gonna go ahead and pass.
I'm like
Go
you.
ahead.
I'm like you, Crush. I want it free to. I saw it, but I didn't click on it. I didn't dig into it. I had a lot of stuff going on today. So if y'all either BVO or Free, one of y'all educate me, please, on what exactly did he do? What
actually,
exactly?
to be honest with you, I didn't see it. I was getting ready for my show. I was catching up on all of the free agency, so I didn't even see it.
Yeah, well, BVO, won't
Yeah.
you educate us then, real quick?
So pretty much we seen Kenny Ellis go to a big platform, a non-black platform, and give inside information on what he thought about the rematch, how the rematch would go with Tank Davis and what's the guy? Sorry, Lamont Roach. I think that's his name, Lamont Roach.
Some
So his
respect.
whole thing was he was basically giving his thoughts on what he thought went wrong. This I think Coach Collin was going through a few things. But I guess for me, the thing I got, and this is the part that kind of got me, I was just very disappointed when it comes to Team Davis. They never seem to bring any new information to people who look like them. And the thing I understand is everybody um, that has the same color as you is not your kinfolk. And I really never realized that saying until I seen how Tank Davis and his team move. They're very disrespectful to blacks, very respectful to everybody else, and just to constantly ignore, young forms coming up in the game to kind of like acquiesce and kiss butt for these people who have no respect for you or your culture. I just think at this point Tank isn't for the culture, and I could see hearing Coach Kenny talk let me know that he's not. That would just be my what I took from it. Um,
Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Well,
it was
listening to
disgusting.
you break it down to us. I don't think in my opinion if it's about if he's for the culture or not.
Uh huh.
And when you say culture, what culture? Because when we talk about culture, as far as black culture, what is even black culture anyway? To begin with, let's be honest. Um,
Oh,
but I
go ahead,
understand
my
where
bad.
you.
Oh, okay, it
I
was a rhetorical mistake. Go ahead.
understand where you coming from, BVO. You know, I understand where you come from explaining it. Um, and that just comes to show, man. Hey, when people get to a certain level, they turn into divas. They forget where they come from. But I'm gonna make it short and I'm gonna pass. See, everyone you see on your way up is going to be the same ones you see going back down, but they may not be in the same position on their way back down when you
Yeah.
see them. And I'm gonna pass the mic on that.
Yeah. Me personally, to be honest with you, I'm a. I understand what BBO is talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I would love for them to come to platforms like our own and give interviews and stuff like that. But as long as I'm getting the knowledge of what's going on, I don't really care so much. Yeah, I want the interviews, but I'm not gonna beat them up in the head with it. I mean, we can ask for the interviews, they give it, they give it. If they don't, they don't. It's part of the game. It's part of the industry. Certain interviews you can get, some interviews you can't get. I'm not really big on who he's giving his interview to. As long as I can get the truthful knowledge of what's going on, I can make my own story by myself. I don't need them.
Yeah.
They give me all of the facts that I need to know. I can make my own story on my own. So I'm not. I understand what you coming from, BVO, because they sharing their interviews with people of other cultures. I understand all that, but like I said, as long as I get the truthful knowledge of what's going on, I can make my own content. That's all I need.
You're right. I'm with you, D Free. I really and BVO, let's make sure we let BVO know that we agree. I agree with you. I see that movement. He ain't the only one that did that. You know, people feel like that with Bud Crawford, you know. So, but I get what you're saying, but I'm more like kind of I like how Free is like we can make our own content, but it'd be nice if they came check in the hood with us, you know what I mean, with one of us, especially us. You know what I mean? But they don't want to do that. That's fine. We can, as long as it's truthful information, like D Free said, we could come on here in the Sports Talk Network. We're gonna make our own content. So I get you, BBO, and you right though. You ain't wrong. You're not wrong. But I wish some of them fighters would come to the hood like Kid Austin and you know what I mean. Some of them fighters in the Stitch Duran that came to the hood before. Like come tap in with us. You know what I mean. But you know them bulls move they way they want to move, man. But I ain't gonna beat them down about it. I really I see these dudes, man, these young bulls. It is what it is. We can make our own content, like OG Free
And,
said.
Yeah,
and,
before
and I
you,
get
real
exactly
quick.
what you brothers are saying. What
Yeah,
what
go
I'm
ahead,
saying
BB.
is What I'm saying is this. Now, if you watch BVO boxing, I can't speak for my other brothers, but we are more of a Cosby type show on here where we have fun, we talk a little junk, but we try to keep it clean and we try to keep it to where the kids can listen if they are in the same room. Um, my only thing is this. It seems like, and it's just something about our culture, you never want to give the people who helped you get to that spot, never want to come back and show them the love like you would see Muhammad Ali do. You would see, Floyd Mayweather do. You would see even Andre Ward do. Andre Ward was doing an interview with a guy that supported him. He said, what, 21 years ago? He went out of his way to find this reporter who was still, reporting because that was one of the guys that helped him on his way up. It's just like when you see Kendrick Lamar, he has his biggest year, right? He doesn't come back to like the Breakfast Club or the Joe Budden podcast. He goes to Rolling Stone. So what I'm saying is this: what I've seen with Tank has shown me he doesn't respect black media or brown media, and he only wants our dollars. And one thing that dollars bring dignity. And I feel like for me, I'm going to sit on the ballot, so to speak, as Malcolm spoke about. I will never pay for another Tank fight because I never seen a guy go out of his way to demean the culture he comes from and talk so bad to the people that look like him. That's just me. But go
Hasn't he
ahead,
made
Crush.
an appearance? Hasn't he made an appearance on Rise though?
I think he's been on there one time in the whole time that
Well,
they've been on. Time.
Okay.
well, I say this, if I may. Here's the thing. I'm not worrying about who's not giving us an interview. I appreciate the ones who are giving us the interviews.
Right.
That's what matters to me. And a lot of ones that's giving us these interviews, they starting from scratch, some of them, and then we
Right.
getting some nice ones that's in position and they moving. So I don't care about what we're getting. I appreciate what we are getting, because let me tell you something. For what we not getting, in my opinion, we ain't missing a daggone thing. Because no matter what we get, it's always going to be quality.
For sure.
And that's what matters to the audience and us. So I don't care.
What this will give you an idea. This will give you an idea of what I'm talking about because this happens a lot. This happens a lot. So there was a young lady. What she is, a young lady was talking to a young brother who was doing street interviews, and she said something about giving that guap guap guap, right?
Mm-hmm.
So her coach rewarded her with a $10 million deal. Made her podcast one of the most popular podcasts in the world. On the other hand, we had a young lady, what she is as well, who wanted to bring back cooking for her man or cooking for men. And she'd do a little dance and she would, make noise and all that good stuff. Had a little song and all that. But you see, Cooking with Kaya got her page erased. And people constantly hated on her. But when you see someone in the same position as her, that's her counterpart, but of a different shade, she was boosted up and gave money. What I'm saying is, I think we got a lot of people who have a lot of self hate in them, and I feel like it's bleeding through more and more as we go forward. That's just me. That's just me. You don't gotta agree. This is just some BVOs. It's a conversation for us to have. Go ahead.
I agree with you, man. Every word that you said. I think we all agree with that. That's something that should be a non-rebuttal. If anybody disagree with that, I pray for you. And let's move on. What you got next?
Yeah.
I just, I just, what? That's what we got to do. We got to call out what we see. And shout out to Coach Kenny. I think if Coach Kenny wants to go to another platform, by all means, do that. But just remember the people who made you get to that point are those crazy dudes that you hear out of Baltimore who tell you how much they love Tank. And I think the people who represent them, which is people like us, should have that same access as someone who's not black. I just say that. I understand that you feel like they're better than us because they have maybe more. And I'm not speaking about this podcast in particular. I'm saying in general. I don't meet a lot of real guys like my man, um, Floyd Schofield Sr., Bernard Hackett, um, uh, Coach Brian Norman Sr. You don't meet a lot of Uncle Stitch. You don't meet a lot of real guys in this game who are looking to help the next generation up. And I just tell you this, man, and I'm done with this, and we're gonna go to our next subject. It's disgusting to see him run over there and make excuses and lies, right? But come over here to ask us for money. That's all I'm saying. We on to the next one. Anybody got anything else on that one? Or are
Now
we
we
done?
moving on to the next one. Let's
Okay.
go.
So that being said, what do you guys think about seeing Lamont Roach and Tank in the ring again? Do you guys want to see that fight next, or do you guys think Tank should move on? What do you guys think?
Well,
Go ahead,
good.
Rush.
Oh, real quick. It won't take me but a second. Rematch. This is
Hmm.
this is something that us diehard boxing fans, and I think a lot of casuals are starting to feel this way too. This is something that we missing in boxing, and this was a fight that deserves a rematch. We don't need to go into what happened, what got overturned, what didn't. The fight itself, it was close. No matter who you thought who won, ain't nobody win. Neither one of you thought they won by a landslide. It was a close fight, no matter what. It deserves a rematch. Let's get it down for the crown. Let's get it on like my man, the legendary Mills Lane in our pass.
Yeah. For me, um, like what Tank and Lamont Roach want to do, that's their prerogative. That's their career. They got to live their career the way they want to. They drive their career. But as for me, I need to know which one is better. Right now, y'all even. Tank said he's the best. Lamont said he's the best. Right now, y'all even. So I need to know which one of y'all better. So in order for me to see that, y'all got to get back in the ring, and it got to be a winner. Right now, it's a draw. It's not even a person won and then they rematch and another person won. It's literally a draw. Tank, you have a blemish on your record. In order for you to remove, you can't remove the blemish, but in order for you to overcome that blemish, you got to get back in the ring and beat that man. Same thing goes with Lamont Roach. In order for
Yep.
you to overcome that blemish that you have on your record, you got to get back in the ring and beat that man. Because right now, we're going to say, y'all tie. I can't say Tank is better than Lamont Roach. I can't say Lamont Roach is better than Tank. But what I can say
Thank
is
you.
Lamont Roach has gave Tank the toughest fight he has ever seen to date. And in order for you to prove that you're a better man, you got to get back in the ring and beat him.
Hmm. Well, I answer your question, BVO. I want to see the rematch next. I don't want to see Tank fight nobody else but Lamont because what D Free just educated y'all with. I don't know. I mean, skill wise, on paper, Tank looks like he's supposed to be better, but when they fought, it's a tie. And I don't care about the knockdowns and the counts and all that. Scrap that. It's a tie. So in order for you to get your get back, you got to jump back in the ring. And the way Tank was talking, he's like, we can do it in May. I think they should run it right back. I don't want to wait till the end of the summer or no. Let's you both of y'all in shape right now. Let's go get it cracking right back. Let's bounce right back. Get right back to it. I don't want to wait around. So me personally, I would like to see the rematch next because I don't know who's. I want to see who's the better man because Lamont was rumbling in that fight and he gained a lot of respect. And from what I was reading, I think it did pretty decent on pay-per-view sales. So, why not run it back? It's you got all that controversy and people saying Lamont won. It's gonna make a I think they should I think they can and should promote it better. And I think that they'll get it on and it'll be a successful event. Throw it back and go back to Brooklyn, go to Vegas, wherever you want to go. But I feel like I want to see that fight next. Period. I want to see it next.
What's next, BBO?
I'll say this. On that end, the thing about the Lamont Roach fight, it was one of those fights where it was disgusting because we waited all that time, right? For Tank Davis to get in the ring over a year. Unfortunately, we seen Turkey and them do some trying to sabotage Tank Davis, which was was very unfortunate. But he got in there with a guy who I would say if Lamar Roach won, I would say he was the weakest champion at 135. If he was to me was the belt holder, I would say he's the weakest champion at 135. So if that's the guy that he had a draw with, does that make you guys think that Tank might be the weakest guy at 135? What do you guys think?
That don't
Nah,
make him the weakest guy at 135
nah.
at
No,
all.
I'm gonna tell you like this because I don't know that Lamont Roach is the weakest champion at 135 if
Right.
he had a belt because those other guys didn't get in the ring with him. He got in the ring with Tank. He fought Tank to a draw. Some people believe that he won. Some people believe that Tank won. What I know is it came down to a draw. So that's not telling me that he will be the weakest champion at 135. That tell me he's somewhere in the mix. He's somewhere in the mix at 135. So it doesn't style like people always want to say styles make fights. I believe who can oppose their style makes the fight. But because Tank and Lamont fought to a draw doesn't mean that Lamont and Shakur, Lamont and Keyshawn, Lamont and Loma, or Tank, Shakur, Tank, Keyshawn, Tank, Loma is going to fight to a draw. We don't know that. These two guys fought each other. We can't use the triangle theory because of what happened between those two guys. Those two guys fought each other. We haven't seen these other two guys, these other guys at 135 fight Tank or Lamont Roach.
Yeah.
Let me do a quick roll call. Shout out to my man Clobber in Time. Shout out to my man Piero. Shout out to my man Jeff Spark. Shout out to my man Uncle Shelton. Shout out to Dub Rice, aka Maury Povich. Shout out to the Melanin Queen. And I just gotta say this. No matter how you slice it, I'm just not a big fan of, and believe me, I am not talking about our great veteran, Jamel Herring in any disrespectful way. Jamel Herring is an American hero. I don't want to disrespect him, but this is a guy who beat Lamont Roach soundly, and we seen Shakur actually beat him to death almost. So if you tell me you got beat by our great American hero, and our American hero get beat to death by the Puerto Rican, just imagine what Shakur would do to Lamont Roach. I mean, we just got to call it what it is because those same fans want to tell us that because Ryan beat Devin Haney, that Tank doesn't have to fight Devin Haney now because he'll beat. So we gotta call what we see. It's a lot of narratives going on, and I just want to kind of get an understanding of what they really are. And believe me, anytime you make any critiques of Tank, you a hater, you against him, and that's BS. If I can critique Ali, Joe Louis, cowards like Tio and Ryan, I can critique Tank Davis. I just don't understand why we can't be honest and say if we seen him get beat by our American hero, Jamel Herring, soundly, how do we think he can beat a guy like Shakur Stevenson? Let's just be honest. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say this. We saw Bud Crawford fight Magnumov, and everybody said that was a tough fight for Bud Crawford. We saw Virgil fight that same guy, and Virgil beat him easy. That doesn't mean that Virgil is a better fighter than Bud Crawford. That doesn't mean that Bud Crawford is a better fighter than Virgil. What I do know is both of them beat him. We saw Lamont Roach get a split decision loss to Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring is a good fighter. He's not a trash fighter. And like I always say, if you got a good fighter versus a good fighter, if one of them come in with their A game and the other one come a little bit off, 9 times out of 10, the one that comes in a little bit off is going to lose that fight because both of those are good fighters. So because he got beat by Jamel Herring doesn't mean if he fight Jamel Herring again that he will beat him. It just means he lost that day. So I'm not.
Well,
I'm not
we see our American hero beat him easy. That's all I'm saying.
No, he didn't. He didn't beat him easy because it was a split decision. So that means another judge had it for Roach. It was a split decision. It wasn't
2 judges had it for our American hero. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. 2 judges had it a draw versus Tank Davis. 1 judge had it for Tank Davis. So it doesn't mean that it wasn't a draw. It doesn't mean that it wasn't a split decision. It means that it was a good fight. 1 person came out on top. 1 person didn't. What I'm saying is you act like because he lost to, okay, I'll give you another example. Manny Pacquiao got 8 losses on his record. Didn't mean that Manny Pacquiao wasn't a great fighter. Manny Pacquiao was a heck of a fighter, but he had 8 losses.
He had a bad night too, like against
Floyd Mayweather had no losses, but a lot of people still thought that Manny Pacquiao could beat Floyd Mayweather, even though he had 7 losses at the time he had 6 losses at the time that he was about to fight Floyd. Even though he had 6 losses, they still thought that he would beat Floyd, but Floyd had none. So because he got a loss doesn't mean that he's a bad fighter. It just means he was off that day, and the other man was a better fighter that night.
Like Jeff.
No, I'm not. Listen, Free. I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's not a good fighter. I'm saying our American hero Jamel Herring beat him to death, and Shakur beat him to death. So I mean,
You keep saying he beat him to death. He didn't. It was a split decision. He won by 2 rounds.
Hey,
It wasn't a beat to
which
death.
hold on one
And
second,
he almost got knocked out if the bell didn't run. That man was about to be out. He got rocked badly in the 11th round. And if
He
the
did.
bell
He's about to
didn't
get
run,
stopped.
he
He's
was
about to
about to
get
get
stopped.
stopped.
He's
So
about to get stopped.
you can't say that he got beat to death. Like I said, two judges had Jamel Herring win by 2 rounds. The other judge had Lamont Roach winning. So he didn't get beat to death. He just got beat by a better fighter that night.
So Dub, let me ask you this, since I'm bringing you in on this, Dub. Do you think if Lamont Roach is the WBA champion, is he the weakest champion at 135? What do you think about that, brother Dub?
The weakest?
That's tough.
Can he beat Shakur? Can he beat Keyshawn? That's what I mean when I say is he the weakest.
I don't think he can. I think Shakur and Keyshawn put hands on Lamont Roach. I think it'll be a decent fight, but I pick both of them to beat Lamont Roach. So, and I will say the Jamel Herring fight, that was a closer fight than people give Lamont Roach credit for. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it may end up actually being, I don't know, but as far as him being the weakest right now, if he did become the champion, I would say he probably would be the weakest champion right now at 35.
So if that being said, that means Tank is not who we thought he was, right?
It don't work. The free he made the perfect point. It don't work that way though. Like just because I think other guys may beat Herring, that don't mean, or I said Herring, excuse me, that they may beat Roach. That don't mean that they also gonna beat Tank. So like that's why we need to see all the fights.
Yeah.
We need to see these guys fight each other because we don't know how the triangle theory is the worst theory of boxing.
Jermaine Taylor beat Bernard twice, turned around and lost to Pavlik. Bernard go out there and smoke Pavlik.
Bro,
See what I'm saying?
I get that because the triangle theory doesn't work because we seen the two guys that Muhammad Ali struggled with, and Ken Norton and Joe Frazier. They both got beat to death by George Foreman.
I'm glad you said that because you're the one that's using the triangle theory.
I'm not trying to use the triangle theory. You put that on me. You putting that on me. I'm just trying to host the show, free. And I get it. You want to attack the black man, that's okay. But I want to ask you this. So that being
we
said,
all black up here. Ain't we all black?
No, it's a couple Puerto Rican. It's a Puerto Rican up here, man. It's a Puerto Rican up here.
Brown.
Oh, he got he's smoking the swish out there, ain't
he?
So what you got? What you got, Grandpa Show? What you got on it, man?
We gonna let the plane pass right quick. Okay, the plane is passed. In the words of the immortal MC Light, goddamn y'all, here we go again.
Your old Tilly and supposed to be on your cousin, man.
I keep telling y'all, we have to stop giving fighters credit for fights they haven't fought yet.
Mm-hmm.
Let that sink in for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You bringing up Shakur, you bringing up Keyshawn, whoever else you bringing up. Has Lamont Roach fought any of those guys?
No.
Has Tank Davis fought any of those guys?
No.
So we don't know what would happen in a fight between those guys, do we? Well, we can speculate, we can guess, we can have our opinion, but let's stop stating it like it's fact. Asking questions like, is Lamont Roach the weakest champion at 135? Lamont Roach, last time I checked, isn't even a champion at 135. He's a champion at 130.
Thank you, Shelton. I was waiting to say that. Thank you.
So
I'm pretty sure he phrased the question as a what. He phrased it as a what if question. He phrased it as a what if question, though. He did.
So my point is this. Let's stop giving fighters credit for fights they haven't fought yet.
I'm with that.
I think you're being unfair.
I agree 100% with that.
And even with the if, ain't no the if shouldn't even be an if because we don't know. You can't say if he was the champion, would he be the weakest? It still wouldn't be answered because he ain't fought none of the other champions. So it doesn't even make any boxing sense. Let's move on to the next topic, please.
Well. Let's hold on. Let's hold on. He did fight one of the champions, and he didn't look weak 2 Saturdays ago.
No, but that wasn't a question. We already know what he didn't look like.
I just got my hair done 2 days ago, and she put grease in my shit. So
let's keep it balanced over here. You get sloppy, I'm gonna have to put you in order. You get clean over here.
Master of ceremony, keep him in order, master of ceremony.
Hold on. First, you out of order, man. You out of order.
The sergeant of arms is on duty right now. Watch yourself. I'm in the house. Who house? It ain't run house.
My bad, sir. Get it back in order. My bad, sir. Get it back in order.
No, you.
Hey, that used to be my dad's favorite song. Runs house.
Oh yeah. What's up, Pure? What you got to add on to it, man?
Man. Well, I'm gonna start by like what Shelton said, man. Shelton has always spitting facts, man. I've been knowing Shelton since I don't know if he started first, I started first, but nobody ever listens to Shelton, bro. About
5, 6 years. About 5, 6 years, Perot. About 5, 6 years.
Right? And nobody listens to you though. Like you always tell them, don't give them credit. What they do, keep giving them credit. That being said, man, I don't know, man. Shelton put it pretty well, bro. I hope the rematch happens because I think Crush was saying yes, a rematch, or somebody said it's a rematch that has to happen because it ended up being.
Yeah, we all said that. We all agree.
You know, so let's go. You know, and also just to finish off, I think the triangle theory gets a bad rap, even though it's not a very good I don't know, like a model to follow. Because every fight is different. Because every fighter is different. But I mean, anywho, yeah, that's what
I think. Shout out to the CEO out of Order Promotions, man. Shout out to the CEO.
Thank you, Doug. Shout out to you. Shout out to y'all. Go ahead.
I'll just say this. What you said is true, Piro, and I think what you're saying is true, Grandpa. All I'm saying is this: when it comes to that fight, I think Tank Davis let a lot of people down. But moving on to our next topic. So we just seen one of our greats, Tyson and Jiffy King Fury, say he would love to see Deontay Wilder retire. He said him and Deontay Wilder took years off each other's life with those 3 battles. Do you guys agree with the Gypsy King that his dear friend Deontay Wilder should retire?
We've been saying it way before him, and I passed the mic. I agree.
I agree.
Say that again.
He should retire. He should have been retired, in my opinion.
Yes.
After all that, I agree. Those 3 fights were hellacious, man.
Yeah.
They were hellacious. So I think the man should have been retired. But hey, that's that man. That's it. He the fighter, not me. So who am I?
Yeah, I do agree with what Furry said. I agree with him, regardless.
Fury also added that he said, people wouldn't believe him this, but he said he didn't have a chance against Usyk because he was never the same after getting punched like that with Wilder. I think they knocked each other down almost 10 times. And he said that he still has a hard time walking to the bathroom because of some of those punches he took, which I don't know that to be true. That's what the Gypsy King said. But he said those punches took a lot out of him personally. So I was just wondering, what do you guys think about that?
I don't think he's capping.
On that one punch where he got knocked down and set up on the bad count, by the way, if I have to say that, but
he was knocked out.
If you look at that punch, bro, that shit rippled through that man's body, bro.
Yeah.
He got hit in the head and the nigga was shaking in the damn stomach, bro.
That was the third fight, though, Doug. That was the third fight. I think you're referring to.
Yeah, that's the third fight.
Anyway,
what
you're
right.
What I said.
You said
you said the first fight, but you mean the third fight.
My bad. What? Okay.
But I'm asking you this though, Dub. Do you believe what Tyson's saying that he's still having trouble from those punches?
Shit. Who am I? Probably. If he's saying it, who gonna just come up and make something up like that?
Yeah, he dead serious about that one.
Who gonna make
But no, what I'm saying is, have you guys ever heard somebody saying punches from a few years ago still bothering?
Yes.
A lot of boxers, man.
Yeah, a lot of fighters.
Hey, I'm about to say Muhammad Ali suffered the rest of his life from punches that he took in his last couple of fights.
Have you heard James?
Say that again, Free. Hold on. Say that again, Free, for the people in the back. They didn't hear you.
Muhammad Ali suffered the rest of his life for punches that he took in the last couple of his fights. So yeah, you can suffer from punches from fights ago. You played the daggone clip of the little dude that was fighting in kickboxing that was sounding straight, and then after he had a couple of fights, he don't sound the same no more. Look at Tommy Hitman Hearns. Look at James Toney.
Yeah.
Riddick
Look
Bowe,
at
Evander
Riddick Bowe.
Holyfield.
It's
Vander
the video that
Holyfield.
he's talking about, guys. One second.
Multiple guys suffer from punches that happened years ago. Years ago.
So I'm gonna play the video that D Freeze alluding to.
No, he's not 6'1", he's 6'3". He's tall, he's huge.
One would maybe advise you, Nam, to keep your hands up a little bit more.
He hit me a lot of times, but it's no big deal.
That's great, though. Don't go changing your style, because that's why you're a fan favorite.
Now, dude, you're still fighting, huh?
Yeah.
And you just
Muay Thai, pro Muay Thai.
dude, and you just recently told me that you wanted to do 47 Muay Thai fights.
I'm at any pre-injuries yet. No, I still ever run, spar. What do I do? I lift weights. I don't lift heavy. I never lift heavy.
That's the same dude.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, the same dude. Same dude.
Nice.
Yeah, I
No,
was
he's not 6'1", he's 6'3". He's tall, he's huge.
One would maybe advise you, Nam, to keep your hands up a little bit more.
He hit me a lot of times, but it's no big deal.
That's great, though. Don't go changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same dude. Don't sound nothing alike.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same
man.
dude.
And sometimes it's not just a brain injuries. But go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
I mean, look at Mildred Tuller. He was never the same after the injuries from the Chavez fight.
Yeah. And also,
Yeah.
like, it's a cool little story. Sorry to interrupt you guys, but I heard on a podcast earlier. You guys know Juan Manuel Marquez's brother, right?
Yeah.
So, like, he had the 4 fights with Israel Vasquez. Israel Vasquez just passed away recently,
Yeah.
by the way. God rest his soul. But anyways, he was saying a story. I think it was Barrera. They were talking on his podcast about like how Rafael Marquez, he was already retired, but he felt like his face was like itchy and like he was like getting like symptoms like, oh shit, maybe I have something wrong with my brain. So he actually ended up going to the hospital and they ran some tests and some extra CAT scans. And the doctor actually found out that underneath like just his skin, underneath like his forehead, cheeks and stuff like that, he had like a shitload of, excuse my language, of blood clots. I don't know if you guys ever watched the movie Face Off. They literally had to peel his face off, wash all those out, and then put it back on. So he'd have to keep dealing with those.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. I had never heard that story too. So I'm like,
That's
oh, wow,
crazy
that's
work.
nuts.
Crazy.
That's crazy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
man.
And
And one of the things that my apology, BVO, but
Go ahead,
one thing we always say is you play basketball, you play football, you don't play boxing.
Nope.
And man, I believe everything that man's saying when he say he probably have Deontay Wilder possibly one of the hardest hitters that we've ever seen in the sport. So I mean,
I was just shocked to hear Tyson Fury be so honest about that because he said that you guys got to check out the interview he did with Sky Sports. He was saying that he told his wife that when he was fighting Usyk, that those punches from Wilder made him what he called punch drunk, which I never heard that term from him. But he said he kind of was punch drunk after getting punched by Wilder so many times. Because I never thought about it. He was the first one to really get hit by Wilder consistently. Like, no one ever really got hit with that right hand that many times. You know what I mean?
He also was the only one to drop him, too. You know, Usyk dropped him, but not really.
Yeah.
Because, people got to remember, Deontay Wilder kept breaking that hand. He was punching so hard. He was tearing up that arm from punching like that. So I just thought it was kind of, it's kind of disappointing to hear that Tyson Fury feel like he didn't have a chance against Usyk, but I don't know. That what you got? You think that anything to that, or what you guys think?
No, I think he's just admitting that what a lot of us think. Those two guys beat the best out of each other, man. Them guys was never the same. And they fought 3 times, BBO. That man ain't doing no capping. And we heard fighters talk about, still feeling from punches and stuff and having bathroom problems, urination, all type of things. So I don't think he said it just to be saying it because he's feeling it. So it's real. And I guess the perfect time to say it because he's retired and everything. And heck yeah, man. So
that was, what? And the funny thing about that whole interview was that Tyson Fury said he never wanted to fight Deontay. He said he had no choice.
Yeah, he was turning the money down.
Hey, you all remember what Deontay Wilder said? Don't forget where I found you at.
He said that when he said he's about to lose his house, and Deontay Wilder came to him and bought him $700,000 in cash and was able to save his house. So I never knew this, but Deontay Wilder, from what Tyson Fury said, brought him back to big time boxing. So that was true what he said on the stage that day.
That was a fact.
It's a fact. Yes, it's a fact. Where he telling me found him at in the crack house? What he said?
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, because of those fights with Deontay Wilder, I can listen to somebody like BVO say one of the greatest fighters in the history of boxing. We all know that ain't the damn truth. We know that ain't true.
What ain't true?
Who Deontay Wilder?
No, that Tyson Fury.
Oh no, he ain't. He ain't.
Only reason
I
people know
don't know.
Tyson
I
Fury
don't
name.
know. He beat the
Only reason
American
people know
champion.
Tyson Fury
Man,
name is because of Deontay Wilder, bro.
Yeah.
that man lost to a cruiserweight.
How about he got dropped by
Stop,
he got and
man.
he got dropped by two cruiserweights because Steve Cunningham dropped him back in the day. So I don't
Because
care.
Chris Ariola had and this is just a side note. We're gonna move on after this. Chris Ariola actually had to stop teaching because he said Deontay Wilder punched him and it messed his nerves up, which I never heard of that before, but he said his nerves got messed up. So
It's funny. It's funny that you don't hear about a lot of different things until Deontay Wilder done hit somebody. I'm just telling you.
Yeah,
That what it sounds like.
that's crazy.
you know the
Those
funny
things
thing about
always
it though,
been
Dub?
around, right, Dub?
We hadn't seen a Southern champion like Deontay Wilder since Evander Holyfield, who's from your neck of the woods, Georgia. We really hadn't seen a down south heavyweight like that in many years.
And that, hey, I ain't gonna lie. That's one of the reasons I ain't no huge Alabama fan. You know what I'm saying? But that he from around my neck of the woods, so I ain't got no problem with him. That's
He
why I
right up the
rock with
street.
him. Yeah, right around the corner, man. Right around the corner.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But that being said, moving on to our next one. I was reading this about Gerald McCullough. I think it's McClellan.
Yes,
He is
Gino.
suffering some serious with some serious health issues. Do you guys think there should be a limit on when guys should stop fighting put on by the boxing commission itself? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think so. But see, in Joe McCullough's situation, it wasn't because he was fighting so much. It's because of the fight he was in with Nigel Benn, and
Mhm.
this guy was just like throwing, hitting this man consistently with rabbit punches behind his head, at which sent him to the hospital. He suffered aneurysms and all sorts of things. So, yeah, that's what happened. That's
Yeah,
how he wound up getting in there, is because of a fight,
he
not
got
because he
fouled
had
a lot in that fight, man. There's a
yeah,
lot of
he
fouling
kept
going
him getting hit behind the head with rabbit punches.
on.
I just said that. And that's what happened. He had aneurysms because of that. And actually, Shelton is old enough, D free. Like in a way, it was a bounty on Nigel Benn, man. A lot of cats really wanted to get at him because of what he did to Jerry McCullough. All sorts of cats, Bernard Hopkins, Roy Jones, a lot of guys wanted to get at him, but at that time he wound up going through other things because he was bad and got out of boxing, for doing other things. And I think that was the best thing for him, because those few guys that really wanted to, they was going to really trying to, turn his ward off because of what he did to the G man, Jerry McCullough, who knocked out one of the hardest punches in boxing, Julian the
Yeah.
Hawk Jackson. And I passed the mic.
I'd like to see them do something about it, BVO. If you ain't all there and you're not special like a Bernard Hopkins or something like that, then I want the commission to step in and say, you know what, you're not gonna be licensed, we're not sanctioning it, and everybody got to be on board with it because you can't just go somewhere else and they give you a license. Once one say no, they all say no because of medical. You pass your physicals and do all your medical tests, and if it ain't checking out, they don't need to rumble, man. These boys are
Yeah,
suffering. They don't got no pension and annuities like some of us do. So these boys has gotten all they got is what they getting at the time. So I don't want to see them continue on like my brother Deontay. I'm gonna support him and stuff, but if I can have a heart to heart with him, I tell him I don't want to see nothing. You don't have nothing else to prove on me. You did what you did. You might have came up short, but you still one of the best heavyweights of my lifetime. So I don't want to see Wilder go back in there. Some of these other guys, I don't want to see it. I just don't.
yeah.
And
I
I wish
mean,
they
me,
would put a stop to it. I wish they would. I wish they really would.
me,
Yeah.
me personally, I think it should be an age limit, because this is hand to hand combat. You got guys in their late 30s fighting guys in their early 20s.
Yeah.
That's almost like me going out here fighting a 25-year-old. I'm
Right.
not fighting no 25-year-old. I'm gonna
Nope.
tell you that right now. I'm not fighting no
I shoot
25-year-old.
his ass. Look, I
Nope.
pull the piece off.
But
I
yeah,
had a
I think
stick. I had
it
a
should be.
stick waiting for one of them YNs.
It's almost like the NFL. There's not an age limit, but unless you're a quarterback, those skill positions, once you get to a certain age, ain't no team trying to pick you up. They might pick you up on a 1-year deal, see if you still got anything left. If you don't, you out the door. They usually phase those people out once they get to around 34, 35 years old. They start to fade those guys out because you're not able to keep up with the young guys. You're not
And you
able to
know
keep
what
up
else,
with
D
somebody
Free?
that's
They all
23,
stick to the
25
script.
years old.
They all stick to the script. When one of it's like a fraternity. When one of them do it, it gets around to the rest of the owners and the general manager, and they don't want to touch them.
But
Yeah.
this the problem with that, and my only problem is because a lot of these guys they're making a living off of boxing, and they may not be like y'all already brought up. They ain't got no pension, nothing like that. So this may be they may not have no other skill set. You know what I'm saying, to go out there and be productive and to earn a living, and so. It's hard for me to say yes in that situation just because you don't know everybody's situation.
Hey, Dub, I put it this way. If they knew that it was an age limit of how long you can fight, I guarantee you they'll vote in a daggone union at that time. They're like, hold on, we got to get something to save us for our later years.
But
I guarantee they get a union in.
And that's the thing. If they're gonna come up with a age limit or anything like that, then outside that, man, you need to make sure that you guaranteeing medical care. You got to have some type of guarantees with this age limit thing, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they can have some type of medical, but see, a lot of times these people, these fighters and these promoters, they pay those doctors, so they can say, yeah,
he good.
I give you a couple of $1,000. Just say, yeah, he's good to go. He's good to go.
Well, speaking of that, they also had a thing that they brought up where Evander Holyfield fought in the fight. I don't know if you guys seen it. He got beat within an inch of his life. But he went in there for, I think it was $1 million. I'm just wondering, when you see a fight like we've seen with Evander, where he got beat to death, Mike Tyson get the socks beat off of him. Do you guys worry that these older guys can really get hurt?
Yeah, like Mike should have no business in there. That's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that.
Most definitely, these guys can really get hurt. Like I was just saying, you got a guy in his 50s that's fighting a guy that's in his 20s. That's like Marky Dan going out here fighting somebody's grandfather. Marky Dan, 25 years old. He go out here fighting somebody's grandfather. That grandfather, unless he's one of very few, he ain't got no chance against a Marky Dan. He's too old. He's too old. They can seriously get hurt. That's why we always, the streets, you see a young dude beating up on an old man, you're going to jump on the old man's side, regardless of what's going down. You're like, hold on, man, that's an old man. What are you doing?
Yeah. Hey, D Free, you couldn't have told my great grandfather, Papa, you couldn't have told him none of that right there. You could.
You can't tell. Hey, you know what, Dub? You can't tell my pop nothing right now either.
He would have snatched you up. You know what I'm saying? Tried to put hands on you for even saying that he would, regardless of how old he was. I'm just
my grandpapa do that now. He'll jump on. He
tell you guys,
he can whoop these young boys.
My cousin was getting into it with one of my uncles because our grandmas, were sisters, so we was cousins through that way. And the part that was so funny, our great uncle was talking crazy, and my cousin was about to put hands on him.
Man,
and his brother pulled out a doggone weapon with a I want to call it a butter knife on it. He put out a weapon with it looked like a
musket out. He pulled the musket out on it.
Whatever it was, I had never seen a weapon with a knife on it.
He pulled the musket out.
And the part that always made me laugh was, if I wouldn't have came downstairs, my cousin about to get poked out in that basement. It was just that simple. It was that. He said, if you would have came down here, nephew, I was just gonna take him out of here and wait for the police.
Man,
now, that's pretty morbid, but he wasn't playing when he said that. He wasn't playing.
What them old folks will tell you? I brought you in this world. I'll take you out.
They love saying that.
Hey, we laughing about it, Dub, but the brother was serious. He wasn't
I know.
playing.
Bruh,
He said he was gonna wait for the police.
Look. My granddaddy, my great grandfather, he messed around and he gun butted a couple folks in our family. I'm just telling the truth. He gun butted them. I mean, my grandmother included when she was a child. So I'm just telling. Hey, they ain't play no damn games. They ain't play no games.
So I want to ask you guys this. Also, too, we recently heard about Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield fighting in Atlanta. Do you guys want to see that fight?
No.
Hold on.
Especially the way
What happened?
Holyfield. They not fighting. I thought it was like a.
No, I am not trying to see two old grumpy men in the ring fighting each other. No,
Hold on.
No.
I mean, do they
I don't
hate
think it's
Evander?
a
Do
fight
they
though.
hate the real deal?
I don't think that's a fight. I think they're like it's like a
No.
something else.
Evander is pushing for this fight.
Yeah, he's not
And
gonna.
Mike Tyson's
Mike's not gonna
daughter
do
is
that.
saying they want him to fight.
But Evander Holyfield got pieced up by an MMA guy. He looked horrible in his last fight. I
Need
would.
the money. He need the money too.
Well, I don't want to see that. I wouldn't sanction nothing like that. Somebody gonna get unalived, then that's when it's gonna get serious. So it's gonna take for somebody to get unalived.
Well, then we see Roger Ruddock and
Razor.
Razor Ruddock.
Sorry, what did I say? Roger
Ruddock.
Ruddock.
I thought you gonna say
His name is
Roger-
Donovan, actually.
I
But
thought
go
you
ahead.
gonna say
Yeah, Donovan Razor Ruddock.
Donovan Ruddock versus who was that?
I forgot who he fought, but yeah.
One of Rasheem Bachman Senior.
No.
Was it Rock?
No.
I think that was proposed.
Yeah, but I don't think.
But I know they fought in
didn't make that
Jamaica,
fight.
didn't they?
I don't know where they fought, to be honest.
I seen them both sweating like pigs. They was
What's going
fighting.
on,
That was like
It was what up, 2 Cent? It was. Hold on, I don't know if it was Rockmine though. Was it Rockmine?
I don't remember.
What's up, 2 cents?
2 Cent. Appreciate you coming through. I don't know. Come on, somebody look it up. Look it up, Prize man. You the look up guy. Look it up, man. But I seen them sweating
No,
like
I'm not trying to see that for Bruce Gas and Shelton in the goddamn ring.
Run it for James Tony.
Yeah, I don't want to see none of them old guys.
Tony, you right? It was James Tony.
Oh, what Rockmine and Tony fought? Yeah, they rumbled, didn't they?
Yeah.
No, Razor Ruddock and
James Tony.
Oh yeah.
But also too, another thing I was wondering. Now we talk about boxing, how we love boxing. Have you guys noticed that Errol Spence is speaking with slow speech now?
We been knew that, man.
I felt like he sounds the same. I feel like he's just kind of got that laid back personality. And you got to remember. Yeah. Hold on. Let me finish before y'all chop my head off. You also got to remember he had oral surgery. Okay. I don't know if y'all know what that's like, but it will change the way you sound when you got oral surgery. The way he had to get oral surgery. So you got that, and he always kind of had that laid back kind of personality, but I don't see where everybody's making it like he's like been beat on. He ain't been beat on in the ring too much. He got whooped one time. You know what I mean? So I don't think that one whooping caused him with BBO trying to. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's because of the oral surgery and maybe a couple shots, but I believe it's the oral surgery more than anything. He got whole new teeth.
Man, the man had a car accident where the damn car flipped over 65. What are we talking
55
about?
times.
What are we talking about right now?
He's lucky to be alive. But,
he's like the man.
Piro, he doesn't sound the same, Piro. I saw him.
But to me,
it ain't just the punches.
Go ahead, Piro. Go ahead, Piro.
Go ahead, Piro.
Oh, my bad. I mean, I noticed a difference, but he's always had that, it's like James Toney. A lot of people say James Toney, it's the effects, and I think it is. But I remember James Toney when he was in his prime, he always had that drawl to his voice. He's he always kind of spoke in that way. You could tell there's a difference between young James Toney and now James Toney.
Right.
I think it's the same thing. You can see a difference. I don't know if it's
he sound half dead. Pure, what are you talking about?
I don't know. Like I said, I haven't heard him lately. I haven't heard him lately, but ever since the accident till now, yeah, a little bit. But
he talked now like
concern me, but I'm not.
He got apple jacks in his cheeks.
I'm gonna say this.
I think I was talking about that surgery though. He got the veneers and shit.
Hold on, Piro. What you gonna say about
he got a whole new grill, Piro.
I watched Earl Spence enough.
Yeah, man.
I watched Earl Spence enough he was talking like that before he got into the Bud Crawford fight. He had a slow speed. If you go back and listen to him when he was talking about the Ugas fight, he had that slow speech when he had the Ugas fight. I don't think it had nothing to do with the Bud Crawford. Now it could have added on, but he had already had that slur and that slow speech when he was when he was going into the Ugas fight.
That's a
I
fact.
didn't
But
really
he
hear
had
him
just
talk. I
he
didn't
just
really
had
hear
the
him talk
teeth.
like that with the Danny Garcia. But I know with the Ugas fight because I was going to the fight, so I wanted to hear all of the interviews that they was having, and I noticed that he did talk different than he was talking prior to the accident.
I remember hearing him on Dante's Boxing Nation. He sound half dead now. I could be wrong, but he
I
just
think you
sound
putting
half
it
dead.
to. I think you being a little rough. I
You out of
think that.
order. You out of order,
Have
BBO.
any
You
like
out of order.
he got his teeth knocked out, bro. Like if somebody,
Years
it
ago.
doesn't matter. It takes years. Look, I know somebody personally with braces right now, and I'm really close to, and it's changed the way she talks. She has oral stuff going on. Like he got his teeth knocked out, and if somebody put that new grill in there, it take you a minute to get used to that.
Yeah.
It ain't the
I know
same,
somebody
bro.
like that. I know somebody like that.
Right, and they talk saying 50 Cent, he got hit in the face. He doesn't sound the same. He had oral surgery. He'll never sound the same again. So when you have that kind of that kind of oral surgery, bro, you might not sound the same. There's a good chance you won't sound the same.
I mean, shout out to my man Prize. I forgot you were aerosexual, man. My bad.
I'm an aerosexual too, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. But it is.
Yeah, I rock with both of them. If
I
you
like
go back
Earl.
and listen to our old videos, I stayed neutral between the Bud and the Earl thing.
What is an arrow? I don't even understand it.
Nah,
Man,
he's just an Earl fan. He's just.
that's just I'm not
That's
even going.
BBO's way, bro. It's
Man, where did that even come from? I hate that saying.
I mean, that's what you are, aerosexual, man. Ain't no
Well, whatever.
ain't no
and the Bud Crawford fans, they call him Bud Buddy. So it is.
Yeah, well, I'm both of them. Then I'll be an Earl sexual and I'll be a Bud buddy because I rock with both of them.
I'm just
Oh
a
wow,
boxing
you said
fan.
you'll be
I'm just a
love.
boxing fan. That's it.
Right. That's too far, man.
Well,
That's too
whatever.
far.
No did it. I said no did it. I say no did it. No did it.
Get out of here, bro.
It's all jokes. It's all jokes. Some people just
Oh
get
yeah, it's
sensitive
all good.
sometimes, like a certain.
Yeah.
Let me show you.
I ain't tripping off of that.
But
BBO
let me
know
ask
me
you.
in real life.
Let me ask you guys this. Did you guys see Price fight? Did y'all see her?
No.
Price. Who's Price?
Oh, the women. It was a women's fight this week. I don't know if y'all see Price.
I'm not big on women's. Y'all could.
Yeah.
I love women. Just for the record, I love women. But I didn't see that fight. I did not see that fight.
2 Cent said, "But booty but booty bandits." That's crazy.
Wow, that's crazy work right
That's
there.
crazy.
That's extra disrespectful.
You know. Some people don't, some of these
But I also want to ask you
cult
guys
followers
this.
is crazy, man.
What do you guys think about Wallow telling the businessman that he's gonna be snoring in the middle of the ring? What do you guys think about that?
Wallow don't know nothing about boxing.
Wallow 267 saying that Keyshawn Davis is going to bed against Tank Davis. Do you guys believe that?
Wallow don't know nothing about boxing.
That shit was so funny. That man said, "Hey, you can get a sponsorship with the pillows and the shit." That dude was so funny, bro. He had me crying, bro. He had me crying.
They building Price up for Shield. Yeah, that would be a good fight. I think Shields, man. If I was Price, I wouldn't fight Shields. Especially with having a dirty test now. But I can see what they're trying to do, though. I definitely see what they're trying to do. But do you guys think that dirty test now with Carissa's going to hurt her legacy? What you guys think?
No, I don't think so.
What she pop dirty for?
He smoked a Dutch. Like, get over it.
I was gonna say what she popped dirty for. I didn't even know she popped dirty.
Yeah, and I agree with that. They trying to build her up for Clarissa
for popping dirty. That's how serious it was.
Salute. What did she pop dirty with, BVL? Go ahead and tell them some of the stuff we be promoting, right?
Marijuana.
Then we just say, then we go down to the smoke shop.
That ain't no dirty test to me.
We advertise flour and hashish oils. We try
All
to
right,
heal
well,
people.
that's gonna make you.
That
That's gonna
got
make you fail a
THC,
drug
right?
test. It's gonna make you fail a drug test. BBO.
Exactly.
THC in it, buddy.
Hey,
But
shout out to my
also,
brother Garrett, man. Shout out to Garrett.
also
Mr.
too, I want to ask you guys
Respected.
this is something that I've been hearing a lot about. Do you guys think Shushu Carrington is ever going to fight a real contender, or they're going to keep
Yes.
putting him through
It's
the
coming up
baby?
real soon. Me and Free talked about it yesterday.
Well, we've been
Yeah,
hearing that for 2 years though. That's why I was
no,
wondering.
No, he's
you
fighting
got
an
you got
eliminator.
He's fighting an eliminator. He's about to fight a champion by the end of this year. He'll be a contender for a championship by the end of this year. And I don't not the way they moved him, because you got to remember he's only been a pro for what, 2 years. So it ain't like he's been a pro for 7-8 years and he ain't fighting nobody. He's only been a pro for like 2 years. So he's coming into where he's becoming a contender now. So they moving him properly.
Yeah,
You know,
Tell him Free, he ain't Tank
and,
Davis. He ain't Tank Davis in this thing.
that's
and
cold.
one
I
more
always talk
thing.
about Tank. He live y'all here rent free.
That's cold.
No, absolutely. But this fight is an eliminator for Fulton's belt. And the other day he had a little comment about Fulton. So I think he's gonna be fighting somebody real soon.
You know, Cool Boy will put his boots in Shushu, man.
I would think so as well. But we
I mean,
got to see that.
Shushu ain't got a chance against no dog.
I disagree with
I
I'm
don't know about that.
I'm picking Shushu to beat Cool Boy. I like it. I'm a
I
huge
don't know.
fan.
I'm talking about Stephen Fulton. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about when I say Cool.
We know who you talking about when we
What are you talking about?
I'm just letting y'all know.
Man, Scooter.
Did you see
two-time champion.
I mean, Cool Boy is going to be Cool Boy getting there with Scooter. Well, Shushu, he might be going home in a scooter. But I'm not saying that Cool Boy is a guaranteed win. I'm not saying Shushu's a guaranteed win. I think it's a
y'all don't want to
50-50
put
fight.
no money on that, so I'll leave that alone.
I bet you. What you want to bet on it? What you want to bet on it?
I got 25
I
on.
think
I got
if
25
Cool Boy
on Shushu. I got 25.
I take that 25. I got Cool Boy. Anybody else want to get in this pool?
I think it's 60-40 Fulton, but I could be wrong.
Only thing I will say,
Shushu, he could win, but Fulton, I think he's gonna school him, and I think Shushu will probably gas late.
and we've been blessed to interview Shushu, so I don't want him to think we don't like him. But I just think when it comes to Cool Boy's gonna beat the cocoa bread out of him, man.
No, you only saying that because Cool Boy won his last fight, because you sure enough was saying Cool Boy gonna get beat to death.
Everybody was saying that though. A lot of people thought.
I thought Fig was gonna win. I was wrong.
So did I.
No,
I knew Fig was gonna get smoked.
You said Figueroa was gonna beat the Philly cheesesteak out of Cool Boy.
Sounds like BBO.
BBO, you be wrong about the majority of fights you pick, bro. You be wrong about the majority.
But you ain't never beat me in a bet. Hold on, champ.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
You ain't never beat me in a bet.
You only bet me one time.
I bet you about the T.O. fight one. But what was that? We say we beat Ortiz, and then we bet on Taylor too.
And Ortiz beat him.
No, he did not.
The fix was just in. There was the fix.
Oh, he said no. The fix is in.
Yeah, that's it. That's all that happened. You won from the fix. I ain't mad at you. Hold on, BBO. Did I pay you?
You pay. I didn't say you didn't pay me. I'm just telling you that you won.
All right then. I'm just saying the fix was in.
BBO get one fight right and he don't live that joint down.
He gonna tell you every time he see you. Every time he see you.
Free, you was there when you told me, oh, Taylor's gonna smash T.O. Oh, blah blah blah.
Hold on,
destroyed him.
I didn't bet you on that fight.
No, not you. No, I didn't say you bet me on that one.
I absolutely did say Taylor was going to smash T.O.
No, I picked T.O. in that fight.
I absolutely did say that, and I'm not saying I didn't say it, and I stand on everything that I said.
But I've always been a Gary
was a better
Antoine
man
Russell
that
fan
night.
since day one, so that's my guy.
That's not gonna
Gary Antoine Russell.
Oh, here we go. Man, I always got a new favorite fight every week. Every week, man.
Every week is a new favorite fighter for BBO.
T.O. ain't beating Antoine. If Antoine fight the way he fight that last Saturday,
can't nobody beat Antoine at 140. What you talking about?
I don't see nobody beating him.
I don't see nobody can beat him at 40 either.
Bro, nobody. What my grandma say? You ain't said nothing, nigga. That brother said like he gave us some
Antoine
breaking news.
faced
Yeah.
adversity and he came off in his very next fight and had the best performance of his life.
You can't
I
beat
never
that, bro.
seen him look better. That's the
Hey, I'm
crazy
gonna
part.
tell you what. Antoine gonna be the first unified champion at 140.
I ain't you ain't getting no smoke from me with that one. You ain't gonna get no smoke from me.
No,
I think he can beat T.O. I think he
No,
can
I don't
he
beat
know
gonna
if he
Poyo.
can beat. I don't know if he can beat Preo though. That's the only thing.
Man, he
I
gonna
want to see him run that back. I want to see that run that back.
The Antoine we seen on that Saturday, man, he'll stop Poyo, bro. He'll stop him.
no, he's
I'm
about
gonna
to
tell
fight
you.
Even though
Poyo.
Poyo got off the
Hey,
first time,
I
I
put it
want to
this
see the
way,
rematch.
BBO.
But you gotta
25
remember
on
how
that one?
Poyo got off in that first fight.
You got
Poyo, he
25 on
fought
that one?
behind that jab, and
Yeah, he did.
Antoine was jabbing at the air. But what
You
we
got
seeing in this time, in this Antoine, we see a totally different fighter, bro. Like that, I can't even put that in. I can't even take that into consideration from
Yeah, that
Shout
was
out to
definitely a
Gary
huge
Russell for the game plan.
Hey,
hey,
Mr. Gary on point
Most
right
of
now.
Mr.
He on
Gary had
point.
him sharp.
Gary
Facts.
Russell's pushing for the Preo fight. You got 25 on that BBO? Because I
It's
got
a
Gary.
Why would I go
unification
against my
fight.
favorite fighter? That makes no sense, Free.
Man,
No, you said you don't know if he beat him.
I'm not gonna go against it.
Yeah.
But I want to
So
ask Marky Dan something.
you don't even believe the stuff you say out your own mouth. God dang.
I want to ask you something, Marky Dan, because you are a historian. Do you think what
Yes,
we
sir.
seen with Antoine is sustainable, or that was just a great performance? What do you think?
I think it's sustainable because how old is he? He's how old
Probably
is
like
he?
26, 27, maybe.
27. I think
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
27
So
now.
Who,
he's a
Antoine?
Yeah.
so he's a very young dude.
He's 27.
From what I hear about him, he's a gym rat. He's family oriented. I don't see any reason why he can't continue to replicate that type of performance. Now, I don't know. Now, another thing, El Rayo, and I'm not, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna say that. But I will just say
No,
El
say it, say
Rayo,
it. This
he
is
was
this is
not.
this is we talking real.
No,
Gary's
no, no. I
28.
just don't want to. I don't want
Okay,
to. I don't
28.
want to denigrate El Rayo and take credit away from Antoine because it was just a great performance. But El Rayo, he wasn't jabbing. He was
He
throwing
couldn't.
one
He
shot,
got
but at the
neutralized.
same
Hold on, let
time,
me finish, Prime.
Antoine, yeah, yeah, El Rayo wasn't jabbing. He was just throwing one power shot every once in a while, just trying to pot shot or just trying to find one opening. But Antoine was doing what he was supposed to do. He was throwing 5 shots for every one that El Rayo would throw. So, end of the day, it was a great performance, and I think it's sustainable. I think he
And
could beat
With the
T.O.
levels too.
hold on, and he returned smoke.
Absolutely.
Anytime he got clipped by anything, he
Yep.
returned smoke, bro. He returned it.
Oh
And
yeah,
he could
facts.
and Ryo couldn't miss his right hand. Crest liked the left hand. I like the right hand. So that means he was getting, like Crest said, he was getting hit with both hands.
That's the thing, and it could have been a thing where he was smothering Ryo, and
Only thing
Ryo
I
just
didn't
couldn't
like
do
Gary
nothing about it.
did, Marky, he got greedy, Marky, at the end and got clipped real good. But he recovered pretty good. And like I said, that game plan, that I want to give Gary Russell Jr. credit for that game plan. He got that boy fighting a whole nother way. And if he keeps that up and fight behind that jab and do what he do, man, can't none of them bulls at 40 beat Antoine, bro. Antoine can undispute that division. He can be undisputed.
I can see that. I can see that.
Hold on. What you said? He can undispute that division, huh?
That's a new word right there.
Hey, man.
He can
That,
undispute
All
that
over the
division. You heard?
cheesesteaks,
Yeah,
man. You gotta
man, you
ignore
speak
him.
the English
Man,
language.
come
Yeah.
on. Come
But
on, man.
that being said, so are you guys safe to say he's the best at 140?
100%.
Did he beat Shakur Stevenson?
Let me see
The
who's
core is at
there.
Shakur ain't at 140.
No,
He ain't
no.
at
I'm asking
140.
if Shakur came to 140, could he beat him?
I
with the
Yeah,
don't know.
most definitely
hypotheticals?
he could
Do
beat
we
him.
go with the hypotheticals?
Yes, most definitely he could beat him. Will
We
he
a
beat
radio
him?
show, Doug. That's what
Will
we
he
doing,
beat him?
radio baby
Hold,
boy.
hold on, hold on. Let's talk
Hold on.
about the
No,
guys that's at
I'm joking.
140.
I'm joking,
hold
Get
up.
you,
Hold up, mark it down. Yes,
good.
he can beat anybody at 140. Will he beat him is a different question. I believe he can beat everybody at 140. Will he beat him? We got to see.
We got to see the fights.
Wow,
Yeah.
and I'll say this, man. I'm definitely excited to see some of the performances we've seen because these guys have gave us some good performances lately. So I'm excited about that. But this is my last question before we get out of here. Do you guys think the fact that Tank wasn't jabbing hurt him in the Lamont Roach fight?
I just think Tank had a bad night, like anything else. Lamont, they familiar with one another. They fought a couple times in the amateurs, and Lamont was game as hell. But I mean, I think Tank will make adjustments, and it's a good chance that it might be a different fight. But I ain't
He
rooting
didn't throw the jab. That's what I'm asking. He
I
didn't throw the
mean,
jab.
I don't. I mean, he didn't. He was moving a lot in the beginning. I don't think it hurt him. I think that when he hit Lamont with a good shot, and Lamont still was there. I think that kind of like got him on his move a little bit more. But he fought
So he
some
was like
rounds too, though.
Mike Tyson then. Okay, that's a good point.
I didn't
No,
say that.
but Tank is not really like
A
at least from
jabber.
what I know of him,
Yeah, I
he's
about to say
not
I don't
known for
remember
his
him jabbing
jab,
that much
and
anyway.
he's a
Right.
yeah. He don't really throw a lot of volume. He's somebody. He's usually just trying to lay back, get see what the other fighters doing, see their pattern, and then boom, I'm just gonna slide a left hook in here. I'm gonna hit you to the body, and
Yeah.
he's gonna soften you up and break you down. But
Facts.
Lamont Roach wasn't being broken down, and this is something we see with Tank. Tank is not somebody that wins a lot of rounds, and he's not trying to. And I think, in my opinion, I didn't think I thought Roach won the fight 8-4. That's my opinion. People thought it
Mm.
was 6-6. I don't got no problem with that. It's my opinion. Because I thought Tank was passive for a lot of them rounds. So I mean, I don't know. Tank, we'll see what adjustments he makes, but Lamont Roach might be that one for him. He might be that Vernon Forrest to
Hmm.
that Shane Mosley. We might have to see.
Sometimes, and to answer your question, BVO, I agree with what Marky just said, but sometimes, man, when you have a fighter like Tank, that man is
Mm-hmm.
going to set traps. He's going to catch you with something. That's what he's looking to do. But when you have another individual who held the phone fantastically, parried, and caught a lot of those punches Tank was throwing, bro, like it's gonna frustrate him because he's so used to being able to intimidate guys. And when the intimidator can't intimidate, what happened? They become intimidated, if that makes sense. So I
That's a
think
good
that's what
point.
happened in that fight. And the thing is, though, in the rematch, what I look for a more aggressive Lamont Roach, right?
Uh-huh.
Because he's not going to get it on the scorecard. We clearly see he's not going to get it on the scorecard. So I believe he knows that well. So
That's crazy.
I think he's going to have to be more aggressive,
Facts.
and that's going to open him up for a few more shots. You know what I'm saying? So hey,
You know what they just say to me
Most
though,
of it's a
Dub?
slippery
I
slope,
could be
though.
wrong.
Anyway, go ahead.
I could be wrong about this, but now I see why Tank ducked Devin Haney twice at 135. Now I kind of see why. Because I think Devin will wash Tank.
That's crazy.
I
oh,
think
that's
Very
Devin's my
crazy
crazy,
word.
too. Yeah, I think
That's
that's
I
crazy.
definitely want to see
I
that
can't
fight.
say wash Tank, bro. I don't think nobody's just washing Tank. I don't believe
I
that.
think he can. I think you can beat him, but washing him means
Devin
you
at
smoking them
That's
10-2, 11-1. I don't
hold
see
on.
that
What is
happening.
when you say
I
washing?
mean,
Break
I
Hold on,
down
think
hold on,
wash.
hold on, hold on, hold on. BBO be said at 135, like Devin fought at another weight class besides 135 before he got to 140. Yes, we talking about at 135.
well, the Puerto Ricans trying to be a jokester.
Yeah, so it's at 135? Nah, nigga, at 140. You at 135.
Yeah, 147 now. 147 now if they ever fight.
Mhm.
Yeah, he at 47 now, free.
hey
So
Pearl, you a Tank sexual, bro.
Thank you.
Respectfully.
Appreciate that.
Lord.
Appreciate that, bro. Pause.
he said you
Yeah,
would
man.
take sexual.
Yeah, but I was telling
Yeah.
Dub, bro, that's a
How
slippery
that
slope, though. Him
draw
being more
feel?
aggressive, bro. Him being more aggressive
How
plays
that
into Tank's
draw feel?
style. Slippery
No,
slope.
He
I
said,
agree. I think
I
it is.
kind of agree with Dub. I think he is going to be a little more aggressive because he said that Tank couldn't punch, so he figured he could take Tank's punches. So I think he is going to try to be a little more aggressive, which could, like Dub said, can open him up to get hit with a big shot because you kept that left hand up so you wouldn't get hit with a big shot. But if you're going to be a little more aggressive, that left hand ain't going to always be up there.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he hit Tank with some good shots too,
He
man.
did.
He did. He really did.
He did.
But
What
yeah,
impressed me
I mean,
about Lamont, to be honest.
Lamont
I get
impressed
what you're
me.
saying though, free, but I just feel like man, Devin would really hurt Tank Davis at 135.
Oh man,
I'm not. All right.
Devin ain't really hurt
That
nobody
ain't never
at
happening, bro.
135.
Come on.
He ain't really hurt
Bro,
nobody at 135.
I can't even make that argument, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are we
He
doing
said, I
right
think
now?
he'll really hurt him. He didn't really hurt nobody at 135.
Not,
He got a few
Bro, you
knockouts.
remember how bad
He knocked
BBO was
Moran out. That was
hating
Yeah,
on
he
knockout of the
spun
year.
Moran around.
That was knockout of the year. So
Hey, Dub, he
Yeah, but
spun
knocked him
Moran
out.
around. He
It
spun
was
him
telegraphed
around.
from the middle of the ring, though.
No, what I'm saying is he never hurt anybody at 135. He knocked them out, but he ain't hurt anybody.
He hurt George Kambosos in that 10th
Man,
round. He had him
had
hurt.
Kambosos
Oh,
hurt
he did.
multiple
He did.
times.
No, Mark is on
He-
point. I agree.
he
I
had
agree
him
with
hurt.
Marky.
He had
I
Kambosos hurt
agree with
multiple
Marky.
times.
I agree
No,
with
they was
Marky.
going.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
have
he
liked
had
to
him
see
hurt in
Devin
that second
finish
fight.
that fight.
George Cam-
I
Now
thought he was going to finish him, to be honest.
I thought he
beat
was
George
too,
Campos.
Piro.
He beat him up. He didn't hurt George Campos.
Yeah, he
beat
rocked
him
him
up.
really bad for a couple
Man,
I
he
times.
was
thought
I
he
thought he,
hurt.
I
was
thought he was
gonna
going to
stop
stop him.
him
I
though,
thought he was going
Free.
to stop him. I was actually
No,
rooting for
I
him
thought he
to
was gonna
stop him.
stop him.
Both his eyes was bleeding. He was wobbling all over the place. He was holding on. Dale was
Yeah.
beating him to death. He was
George,
hurt.
hey, you know what? George is one of the
I don't
worst
know.
bleeders I've seen in a while.
Hey,
Forrest what?
I'm calling him Jorge, man. I'm calling that man Jorge. He ain't
That's
George.
crazy.
Jorge.
Forrest what?
Jorge
Did you know
Oh, there was George?
George is fighting this?
Kambosos.
George is fighting this month. Y'all know that?
Oh, yeah, he's
George.
fighting Daoud Jordan, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah, I don't know the dude he fighting though.
Who fighting this month?
Cambosis.
Oh, I
I
don't care
hope he
about
get
that.
put
Jorge
to bed,
Cambosos.
bro.
Jorge
He's fighting
Cambosos.
this guy named
I'm
Daoud
even
bad,
surprised
my
that
bad.
y'all
Jorge
brothers
Cambosos.
even know when Kambosos is fighting. I shout out to
God,
y'all.
Hey, facts
hold on,
B3,
hold on,
facts.
hold up.
I'm a
Facts
hardcore
B3.
boxer. I'm a
He
hardcore
broke
boxer. That's how I know.
He broke
That's how I know.
Abdullayev face, bro.
Hold
That's
on
a
one
fact.
second, dog. Hold on 1 second. I think this nigga B3 is candy, man. We said Devin Haney 3 times. This nigga popped up. We ain't seen B3 in like 2 weeks. We ain't seen B3 in like 2 weeks. We said Devin Haney 3 times. This man pops up out of nowhere.
That's crazy.
Shout out to my homie B3, man. He part
Yeah,
of the Sports
salute
Talk Network.
B3.
He said broke a bone.
No, that's
He
a
can't,
fact,
right?
bro. He broke
Man,
he broke the man face, bro.
Yeah.
Like literally, that's a fact.
That's not why he beat him, though.
I didn't
I
say
ain't gonna lie to you.
I didn't say that's why he
Well, I mean,
beat
it's
him,
part
bro.
of it, though.
I'm just
That's
telling
part of
you
it,
what
though.
happened.
No,
I'm
that's
just
part
telling
of
you
it.
what happened. I'm just
Yeah, I
telling
got
you
you,
what
but that's
happened.
Well,
part of
let
it,
me
though.
say this, though. Let me say this, though. Let me say this. If Devin went to middleweight, I think he would do damage.
Stop.
If he went,
Stop.
I think if he went to middleweight, he'd do damage, bro. If he went close to his real weight,
You
I think
don't
he'd do
believe
damage.
that.
All right. It's time to end the
I
show
don't
now. BBO
want
tripping.
Man trying to
Devin.
get
Let me,
Devin
let me say
knocked
this.
Keep
Let me
going,
say
Bill.
this.
Keep going, Bill.
Oh,
I don't
let me
want
finish. Let me say
Devin to
this.
do nothing
If
but
Brian
beat Devin. I
Castano,
want
hold
that
on, let me
man
say
to
this.
box.
If Brian Castano was 5'7" and fought at 54, a guy that's 5'8" couldn't fight at 50, couldn't fight at 60. What are we
Dog,
talking
Man.
about?
I'm not saying that he can't fight at that weight class, but I'm not looking for Devin to have no power at no weight class. I'm looking for that man to outbox people. Y'all want this man to become a knockout artist. He's
It's
not
not gonna
that.
happen.
He's a
It's not
It's not
gonna
going to
boxer.
happen.
happen.
He's a boxer.
Devin is a
Let
monster,
that
bro. That's the thing.
And
That's
that's
the thing you
fine, but
missing.
he not melting people though. You know what I mean? So I expect him to
I don't think
outbox
he's in
you.
his right weight. I think if he got his right weight, he will be melting
Man,
people.
I
Bro, it be
think he
Maybe.
got
Negroes,
power. He just
like
don't.
BVO that make me stop arguing for Devin now. Cause Negroes like this right here. So I'm just saying
Listen, man. Devin
Like
got
this.
pop. He just don't throw them shots. He throw ones and twos. He don't let his gosh darn hands go.
You guys got to
No,
let
he
him go.
don't do he don't do
Gotta let him go.
Shakur and let 3 and 4 and 5 combinations go. He don't.
No,
He
he
don't do
don't.
that.
Shakur don't do that either, bro. I don't know what we're talking about.
He used to.
I never
At
seen that.
130. You know what I would say? Because Shakur was better. He should go back to 130. That's where he was dominant
He
at.
can't.
130.
He can't. He said he almost passed away from
man
draining weight.
can't make
That's what
one.
he
He
said.
can't make 130. He lost his belt
Yeah.
on the scale.
Yeah,
He
he
can't
lost.
make 130.
Thank you, D. Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he
Jake
gave
lost
it.
No, go ahead.
I didn't know. I thought he didn't get back on the scale. I didn't know I thought he just relinquished them. I didn't know he lost them.
No,
The
but I mean
same
that's
difference.
what he did. No, you're right. No, you're right, BBL. But that's essentially what
But
He didn't try.
the man missed weight. He missed weight and literally
He didn't
said, "Bro,
try.
I couldn't even I went in there. I couldn't even pee no more. It got so bad with him trying to make the weight. So, hey, bro,
I was pissing orange.
yeah, like,
That
bro,
was on.
come on, bro.
Go ahead, go ahead. That
That's
was on
what he
him though
said.
too, because he was saying he was like eating a buff. He was like, because it was like his first homecoming fight or whatever. He said like
Something like that.
He said he was eating all wrong. He started training camp late, bro. Like
Man, he was
he didn't
trying to be
take the
like
concept
Floyd.
out
He
serious.
was trying to be eating burgers and working out. This is what this dude's.
Floyd is Floyd.
I just
though.
can't stand you, Floyd.
Oh damn! I didn't know you can't.
Everybody can't be Floyd. That's one thing I'll tell you, man. People gotta stop. People gotta stop saying that. Floyd. Yeah. Floyd might be a lot of things, but Floyd was a monster, man. I mean, ask Josie. He got hands, bro. But let me ask you. I shouldn't have said that. Oh man, I couldn't help it, man. But hey, Dub, you going live tonight, man?
Yeah, we'll be live tonight, 11:30, man. We'll be live.
Political Tuesday.
Hey, so 11.
No, tomorrow.
11:30,
tomorrow
man.
is Tuesday, bro. Tomorrow.
God damn it, Dub. Oh.
But hey, we got a lot to talk about with politics. We got a lot to talk about it.
Oh, we doing politics tonight? Okay.
No, that's tomorrow.
Oh, Tuesday. Okay, cool. So check out Dub Right Side, man. Like I said, he's our anchor man. We gotta watch him because he might be like that one girl hit somebody in the back of the head with a baton, crack a skull. But this is our anchor man.
He already out of order, man. He already out of order.
Dub, why that girl hit that poor girl with that baton? They're gonna try to cry and say she ain't mean to do it.
What you want me to say about that? I don't know what you want me to say about that shit, bro. I don't know what you want from me with that one, bro.
She from Georgia, man, so it's your fault.
What
You from Middle Georgia, she from Georgia. It's your fault.
That logic actually makes sense. Speak up, Dub Right Side.
Hey, I guess it's my fault.
Hey, Dub, what? But Dub, is that not the most disgusting display you ever seen?
Nah, I didn't like that at all, bro. I didn't like that at all. That was crazy work, man. That's crazy work. Especially,
I'll be honest. I would have went to jail.
Bro, man, hey, and then these younger females as well, bro. That's my daughter.
I'm gonna tell you.
It's gonna be some furniture moving in that motherfucker.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If I was at that track meet and that happened to me, trust and believe, we was fighting.
Yeah, it's furniture moving.
I'm not waiting for nobody to give no decision. We fighting.
So it was a race, and she hit her in the back of the head with the baton.
Yeah,
you didn't see it.
It was a 4x1. It was a 4x1 or 4x2 or something like that. And they had passed the baton. They had passed the baton. She was in front of another girl. The other girl tried to act like she was running real wild and hit her in the back of the head.
Crazy work, bro.
I never seen nothing like that, Dub. That was disgusting, man.
I ain't never seen that, especially in track, bro. Like
it was
like you done seen some wild stuff.
Out brawl.
Yeah, nah. We got to fight. We got to fight after that.
Yeah, we would have been throwing blows. I ran track.
I'm going straight to the car, bro. I ain't lying to you. I'm going straight to the motherfucking car.
I'm not even running to the sideline. I'm running after her. Forget the finish line. I'm running after you now.
Man,
forget the finish line.
Man, I'm going to the car. We coming back with the damn piece, man. You ain't finna just do no nonsense like that. No, we ain't.
Like she hit her clean in the back of the head. It wasn't even like it was a glance. It was.
They said she fractured the young lady's skull.
She fractured her skull.
They got do they got charges on her?
They need to put charges.
Yeah, they got charges on her. They got some serious charges on this girl.
These should be felony counts, man. These should be felony counts.
Because apparently when she hit the girl, she cracked her skull and she hit the front of her face.
Yeah, that's crazy work. Bro. That's crazy work, bro.
Yeah, it was a blatant shot to
over a race, bro. Over racing, running.
Because you slow.
Well, they said she got upset because the girl went wide. She didn't even go into her lane, but the girl burned her and then she hit her with the baton as she passed her.
Bro, I don't give a damn what. They might have ran in your lane. They might have ran in your lane. I don't give a damn about
zagged when she should have zagged, bro.
No, see, at that point, there is no lane because I think it was like I said, I think it was like the 4x4
Oh,
or
I
something
forgot
like
about
that.
that. Everything
So
everything
everything goes to the
merged.
first lane. Everything goes
It's
to the first
everything
lane.
merged. You're right. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
So the girl that got hit in the back of the head, she went to the outside lane to pass the first person. And she had already passed the girl that was behind her that hit her. She passed her. She went to the outside to pass the first person. And the girl that was behind her that she had just passed, she couldn't catch her, so she hit her in the back of the head because she's slow.
Wow. That's terrible.
Bro, that's crazy work, bro. And mind you, I believe he was high schoolers one day.
That's what happens, the bright side. I
Yeah.
mean, these young women, I mean, it brings out the competitive juices, the adrenaline, the ferocity. I remember I see a volleyball match where a girl bit another girl. And then the other girl's mom came on the court and they
Hold on.
jumped the other girl.
How you bite somebody
It was
in a
Mike Tyson's
volleyball
daughter.
match?
It
No,
was Mike
I was
Tyson's
tricked.
daughter.
I was wrong. It was a softball game. I don't know
Okay,
why I said
softball,
volleyball.
softball.
It was Tyson's
That
daughter.
shit was fun.
You out of order, Piro. You out of order. But nah, that's
It was
crazy work, man.
beautiful. But yeah, and Mike Tyson. That's beautiful. All kind of out of order stuff in sports that we get to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but I hope this young lady is okay. But to be very serious, I really do hope she is okay.
No, I think she okay. I think they actually did an interview afterward. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay. I thought
It wasn't
I
that
think
serious, right? I'm pretty sure she didn't get hit
Oh,
that
I
hard.
thought BBO said her skull got fractured or
shit.
whatever.
Yeah, that's why I said I didn't know about the fractured skull. I didn't know about
that.
it, but I think they did an interview after they did a recent interview. Let me put it that way.
That's crazy. Yeah, I hope she's okay. Like Marky said,
I keep laughing. What did she say?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it was the interview after everything had happened. I think it was like a couple of days later. I think that interview was a couple of days later after everything happened.
Right.
And she was in there crying and everything, but I wouldn't have been crying. I was like, man, where's she at? I'm still looking for her.
I want to look. I'm telling this is a true story. One day, man, my son, I think he was probably in the first grade. He got off the bus, right? And you always can tell your children when they have a certain type of energy. He was looking at a certain type of way. I'm like, man, what happened? Man, so and so on the bus trying to fight this, that, whatever. So I'm like, look, my first instinct is, damn, talking to the bus, anything. I'm going to somebody's house. Let me know where they stay. We're gonna pull up on them. And luckily, I went out of order that much. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Sounds like you're out of order, but okay, Mr. Respectfully.
I try my best. I try my best to be respectful.
All right.
Hey, man, y'all pull up on the show tonight, man. We'll be kicking it, man. And hey, much love and respect. Where everybody went? Everybody done jumped off?
What are we talking about tonight, Mr. Respectfully?
So we're gonna be talking about the rematch. As far as first things, we're gonna I gotta give my soliloquy on one of the worst things that happened. Did a great interview, and so that'll be the first thing I go into. Did a great interview, and YouTube is telling me I'm promoting child harm. So we're gonna get into that tonight.
Out of order.
Then we're gonna get into the rematch. Then we got to talk about Keith Thurman. Man, we got a lot of different things to talk about. We got a lot of different things. So we just gonna rock. You know how it is.
What day Keith Thurman fight?
I think he fight this week, don't he?
What's the day, the right side?
Shit, I don't know. I think it's I always say Saturday when it comes to fight. Let me double check though. I'll make sure.
I don't know. They fighting in Australia.
Australia, right. Oh, I didn't even think about it. I'm glad you said that.
He gonna beat the brakes off of Brock though.
But what day is it?
He should. But
It's actually gonna be Sunday. It's actually gonna be Saturday morning.
Okay.
No, Sunday morning. Sorry, Sunday morning at like 8.
So it's
Keith. You remember Shane Mosley went to Australia?
I think they're ahead of us.
But
and he got robbed.
But I think
they got paid.
But I think they end up fighting on like, because they're a day ahead of us. I think they end up fighting like on Friday or something, so we can watch it on Saturday. I believe it. Ain't that what happened with Devin and Cambosis?
Oh, it's on Wednesday. No, it's on Wednesday.
Oh shit! Well, I'm looking for it right. It is.
It's on Wednesday.
It's Wednesday at 3 a.m. Yeah,
What the
Wednesday at
fuck?
Golly.
3 a.m.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
bro.
Hell no.
Yeah, I'm
Hell
not.
no.
I probably won't catch that fight.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'll catch it. Well, hell, I'll be up, so I might just be
Nah,
good.
I gotta
I
work.
might go
I gotta
live
work
during
at.
it.
I gotta get to work at 10. I gotta drop my son to school at 8. Keith Thurman. If it was Monster, that would be something different. I'd get up for Monster.
Nah,
But
yeah,
Keith Thurman,
man,
respectfully,
I'm a Keith
no.
Thurman fan, bro. I like Keith Thurman, bro. Keith Thurman is good for boxing, bro. Keith Thurman is good for boxing, like Adrian Broner was good for boxing.
What do
Keith
you say?
Thurman. Keith Thurman.
Got his head
Keith
knocked.
Thurman is good for boxing in the media space. He doesn't
Agreed,
need to be
agreed.
in the ring. Okay, get a podcast. He would dominate. He
Man,
makes
listen,
so much money,
be a commentator, bro. If Keith Thurman compared to Sean Porter, this man would kill Sean Porter commentating, bro.
bro.
He'd kill him.
Bro,
He'll kill the
pro
majority
box.
of these guys.
Imagine if he got a deal with Pro Box.
That should have been
They
fire, bro.
signed Keith Thurman. They put him on there with Polly and Tim, and they
Hey,
had a
Chris,
show twice a
take
week.
what you say? Take Algeria off, huh? Take Algeria off.
No. Algeria could be there, but yeah, take him off. Take him off.
But
Respectfully.
I'm gonna
He's
say
still
this
a
before we
talent.
go.
He a talent. He a
Let
talent,
me
but
let me say this one
respectfully.
thing before we go.
That's an all-star crew.
If anybody want to know about Devin Haney? Devin Haney's fight with Ryan Garcia reminds me so much of Paulo Malignaggi versus my man Miguel Cotto. So
All right, y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good night. I'm
we'll
out for
see
the
you at
night.
11:30 with Doug Brightside,
Out of order. Call him. Say it
aka
again.
the
He out
Light
of
Love
order.
Castillo, Marky Dan, Crush, man, the Mighty Sports Talk Network. We gone, y'all. Peace.
Raycon is number one.
For sure. Shout out to Raycon. Shout out to Killer Mike on that 50 piece from yesterday. Shout out to Killer Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching.